What's up, good people? Take time out to welcome y'all to Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will, each and every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Welcome to episode 6. Let me give the people a chance to tune in before we get started. We're going excited about tonight's episode. Shout out to our sponsors, Arrowhead Waters, for sponsoring Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. This fire get pretty hot, so go ahead and look at the fire now before I turn it off, because it start burning up and getting hot. Let me do some check-ins while we waiting. Do a little bit of check-ins while we waiting. What's up? Oh, be really dope. Be really real dope podcast. What's up? It's my family checking in. Yes, sir. We're about to have a fun time tonight, man. Let me tell you what you guys missed before we get started on episode 6 with Story Time by the Fireplace. As y'all know, this week, Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will has been down to one show. We was doing 3 shows a week. I mean, three days out the week, Tuesday. And we was on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, but it's just we only doing it on Tuesdays now. For the people who just tuning in, Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will is only on Tuesday, one day out the week. And of course, Story Time by the Fireplace is still the same, which is each and every Wednesday. So you got me twice live on Facebook and Instagram at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Tuesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will. And tonight, Wednesday night, Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. So y'all have no idea we're going to have a good time. That fireplace is already getting hot to me. Let me give y'all the platforms before I jump into episode 6 of Story Time by the Fireplace, man. Actually, before I give you the platforms, yesterday I filmed it was the episode 16, so that's 16 episodes of Bathroom Talk. And when we come up with, God bless me with a subject, and the spirit just takes over right before we go live. So if you miss any of Bathroom Talks, all 16 episodes is up on Facebook, up on Instagram, and up on YouTube. So go to my YouTube, my Facebook, and Instagram, and you can watch all 16 episodes of Bathroom Talk. Yesterday was just beyond dope, you know. I can't think off the top of my head what the subject was, but it was dope, I can tell you that. It was spiritual. So make sure you go check it out. Tonight, before we jump into episode 6, here's all that I ask that y'all do. Just for the people who don't be still tuned in once we wrap the video. Subscribe to my YouTube page, man. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe to Memphis Will. Or go to my Instagram. Ain't no or in, so I want you to do 2 things once this video ends. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe to Memphis Will. And I want you to do 3 things, actually. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe to Memphis Will. That's 1. While you're on my YouTube page, turn on notification so you can get it every time I post a video. And then 3, I want you to go to my Instagram. Follow my Instagram at the Memphis Will. That's TheMemphisWill. That's all I want you to do. Now I'm going to give you all my platforms. I prefer you do them all, but if you have to pick 2 because you don't want to do all of them, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, Memphis Will, hit notification, and then go to my Instagram and follow at the Memphis Will. But here go all my platforms to keep it very simple. Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, they're all under Memphis Will. MEMPHISWILL. Just Memphis Will. Subscribe to YouTube, follow my Facebook, and follow my TikTok. My Instagram and Twitter is the same handle. The Memphis Will. It's Memphis Will, just put the THE in front of it. THEMEMPHISWILL. That's at the Memphis Will. So there go all my handles. So Facebook, YouTube, TikTok is Memphis Will. Instagram and Twitter is at the Memphis Will. With that being said, let's get ready and jump into episode 6, man. Welcome to Story Time. I'm getting the shows confused. Welcome to Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. Episode 6. Shout out to the sponsors, Arrowhead, for sponsoring both shows. You got to speak into existence. Man, that was delicious. Let me see who's checking in with Facebook. Libra, what's up, Libra? Reggie, what up, Reggie? See y'all constantly checking in. What's up, good people? Now, tonight, Y'all been watching all of Storytime by the Fireplace, where sometimes I bring in special guests and we have motivational stories and testimonies and inspirations along with bathroom talk. Well, tonight we're going to do a little bit different. Tonight, I'm just going to share some stories with you. I'm share some of my life experience with you. So y'all got me tonight. Well, I got my little Mardi Gras on, as you can see, my purple and gold. Universe Memphis, Magnificent Zazeta Chapter Spring 2008 dog checking in. Anyway, I decided to do something different, man, tonight. I decided I'm going to take time out, man, and I'm going to share some stories with you guys. And hopefully you enjoy these stories. These are just my personal life experience that I'm going to share with you. You laugh, you laugh, you don't, it don't matter. It's my personal experience. Now, here's what I've learned. Just share some stories with y'all. So, I'm going to go back to college, one of my college stories. Now, I'm spring 2000, and I'm not going to say people's names if they married, because they married today. So, I don't want their wives getting mad at them for something they did 20-something years ago. So, I'm going to leave certain people's names out, and if they single today or whatever, I might say their names. Because, you know, I'm putting myself out too. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to share a story with y'all real fast. So, for the people who are not familiar with the Greek world, you know, you have Lion Brothers, and I got 4. You know, it's me, my deuce dog, I'm the ace dog. We got my deuce dog, Tony, my Trey dog, C Fuller Chance, and my 4 dog, Cootie, my tail dog. Now that y'all know it's 4 of us, let me bring you the story. Well, me being born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, what I have learned since I've been in Memphis, Tennessee is the ladies and the guys understand what level they are on as far as dating people or flirting with somebody or hollering at somebody. In other words, we know what's in our range and what's out of our range. So in other words, a young lady that's maybe super unattractive, she really does not approach a guy that's very attractive, because she says to herself that's out of her lane, that's out of her, you know, her speed. Mostly in Memphis, people kind of date in their weight class, if that makes sense. You know, the obesity usually date the obesity. The in shape usually date the in shape people. The attractive people usually date attractive people. The unattractive date the unattractive. And every now and then you'll see a mix, but it's mostly what I just said. Good looking people dating each other, unattractive people dating each other, obesity dating obesity, in shape people dating in shape people. It's usually how it is in Memphis. And everybody is aware of who they are, where they at, where they stand. But in California, because I've been here 15 years as of yesterday, as of February 13th, so as of 2-3 days ago. Anyway, they don't know their limit out here. It's unconditional. It's unlimited confidence in California. And this with the guys and the girls. I have never seen nothing like it. It's so amazing. Because you can take a young lady that's obesity and she'll walk up to you and flirt with you and holler at you with Beyonce confidence. And it's the same with the heavyweight guys. They'll walk up to a thin woman that's fatigued and sexy and in shape and approach her and got confidence. As in if they meet. Or Denzel Washington. Or all the other guys y'all think attractive. Will Smith or somebody, they would have the exact same confidence. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm no Denzel no Will Smith, but I am. Me, Memphis Will. Anyway, so the confidence I hear is something I've never seen before. It's something I've never experienced before. And it's really confusing within the spirit. And here's why. Because whoever you are, whatever, everybody have experienced this no matter who you are. You have to know what level you're on depending on what group that you're hanging with. So if I'm hanging with a couple of guys, a couple of me and my boys hanging out, I know which set of my partners that the ladies find more attractive than me. So I know I'm not the fine guy that night. I know I'm the in-between guy because I know the ladies gonna choose this one or two guys before me. So I know I'm number 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? So I know which number I am that night. And if you know what number you are, you know what role you're going to play that night. It's just about role playing. You know, I can't have a number 1 attitude because I know when a group of girls come up, they're going to want the 2 guys that's more attractive than me. So I'm number 3. Only way I can slide up to 2 or 1 is I got to kick in my personality and make them laugh and try to sustain them with that. But at that point, I'm number 3. So I got to be number 3 at that point. But that depends on what set or group of guys I'm with. I usually don't hang out too much with the guys that's more attractive than me because I like to be the most attractive one in my group, if that makes sense. So most of my partners is really unattractive because I want to be, when we go out, I want to be the fine guy of the group that night, if that makes sense. I like to be the fine guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is me. When you go out with your friends, you be whatever you want to be. But the point is, know who you are at that night. Same with the girls' night. Ladies, know who you are. If it's 5 girls and you know you're the most unattractive one of the group, you're number 5. That's simple. You are number 5. Stop taking on number 1 and number 2 attitude because that's not your role. Your role as number 5, whether you're a guy or a girl is, you have to take what's left. Everybody know that. That's the rules. You take what's left. if it's 5 girls and it's 5 guys and the attractive guy approached the table of the group of 5 girls, number 5 should not be trying to holler first. Because number 5 responsibility is to set in the cut and take on the guy that none of the number 1 through 4 don't want. It's the same thing with guys. If a woman walks over to a table and there's a group of 5 guys, she shouldn't be trying to holler at, number 5 guy shouldn't be trying to holler at her because he's number 5. His responsibility is to take one for the team, which means more than likely he's going to end up with the most unattractive girl in the group. But that's his role for the night. He may not be that role tomorrow. The next day, he may be number 2 or number 3, depending on who you're hanging with. So whoever you're hanging with, know your role and know your number. Everybody know that number 1, which is the finest girl in the group, or the most handsome guy in the group, they don't do no flirting with other people. Like the girls, the fine girl, she's not flirting with nobody because she's the fine girl that night in the group. All the guys are going to approach her. The most handsome guy in the group, he ain't hollering at no girls because he know when the group of girls come up, they going to want him first. He got action first. You understand what I'm saying? So he ain't flirting with nobody. But it's number 4 and number 3 job to go pull the girls over. Same with the young ladies. It's number 3 and 4 job to get the guys to buy the drinks. Then when they come to the table, they see who the finest one is. They start sizing up, seeing which one best fit them. Same with the guys, 3 and 4. You never send 5 to go get the girls because 5 ain't attractive enough to bring no girls back. Same with number 5 girl. You don't send her to go get the guy because ain't nobody going to offer to buy her no drink. So you got to go with 3 or 4. You don't go with the top, but you don't go with the bottom. You go with the in-between. And number 2 get on if number 1 have to use the restroom. That's just to sustain it until number 1 get back. Now that I have explained the numbers, let me give you a life experience. Because this is literally just real stories. Tonight I'm just sharing real stories. I'm letting it all out. I'm just sharing real stories. Because y'all know y'all used to the inspiration. So now let's just share some stories and share some laughs, if you will. Now, so going back to college, being raised in Memphis, having an understanding that everybody know their number in Memphis. Everybody know how to play their roles in Memphis. It's California that don't know their numbers and don't know how to play their rules. So one of the examples, before I give you the example in college, let me give you an example in California, how they just don't know their numbers. So I remember one time, I walked up to these group of girls at TGI Fridays. And I walked up to the most attractive one. And I said to her, "Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm Memphis Will. Nice to meet you. And what's your name?" Well, after she gave me her name, it's a true story. She said, "Actually, I was interested in conversing with you, by, exchanging contact with you, building rapport with you." She said, "But my friend already got first grab on you because," she said, "you're attractive, and if you come to the table, don't nobody holler at you because she want to holler at you." Now, unfortunately for me, this girl was number 5 of this group. And I just really thought it was unfair to me that I can't have number 1 just because number 5 spoke on me. And I ain't never seen it in my life. So I just don't understand why me and number 1 have to honor number 5 just because she saw me first before they did. Every group of girls and every group of guys, everybody highly dislike when a group of girls may be interested in a guy. But before the guy can put in his bet, the unattractive girl, number 5, playing out of pocket. Don't know to be quiet and just chill out. No. Out here in California, number 5 speaks up. And she does one or two things. She either take claim to you because she saw you first, preventing you from hollering at 1 through 4. Or if you don't want to talk to her, she hate on you to 1 through 4. "Oh, girl, he ain't. Oh, girl, he this and that." In other words, if you don't want her, you can't have nobody. Because number 5 actually think they number 1s out here. That's a whole mix-up. That is a major problem in California. They do not know their numbers. Therefore, they ripping and running around. Everybody thinking they Ashantis and Beyonce. It is crazy. Nobody wants to be Precious. Not that Precious is unattractive. I'm just using Precious as an example. Now, so as this number 1 girl wouldn't give me the number because she said her friend, number 5, spoke on me. So when I look at number 5, she's smiling like his own in pocket. And at this point, I'm stuck. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ended up telling number 5, I said, "Listen, I mean you no disrespect. You're a very beautiful young lady." Lie. So you're a very beautiful young lady, but believe it or not, I'm interested in number 1. I'm interested in your friends, what I ended up telling her. And so while I'm telling her that I'm interested in her friend, I remember thinking to myself, it's a joke that one of my big brother's mentors, Chris Spencer, he says it on stage, and it's hilarious because I was literally thinking this. He said, the joke is, he said, and it's not to be cocky or have an ego, but he said one time he had an unattractive girl talk to him, and he ended up telling her, "Are you used to getting guys that look like me?" The joke is hilarious, but I had that moment, not to say I'm fine and all this stuff, but I remember thinking to myself, like, are you used to getting guys that look like me? But never behold, number 1 said she didn't want to hurt number 5 feelings. I didn't get her number. I told all of them, "Nice to meet you." And I went on about my business. So I couldn't get number 1 all because number 5 didn't know her number. She didn't know to just be quiet and chill out. Now, let me go back to University of Memphis. Let me go back to spring 02. May have been spring 03. Remember, you can be any number on any given night. It just depends on what set of friends is around you at that time. And one thing I can say about the most unattractive one, they're usually the funniest one. They usually keep the party popping, keep the personality. Usually the most unattractive person has the most amazing personality. Just thought I'd throw it out there. And it had been nights where I had to be the one with the personality, but it had been nights where guys more unattractive than me had way more personality. That's just, for some reason, people unattractive have amazing personalities. Now, so me and my boy EJ and my Trey Dog, I ain't gonna say my Trey Dog name because he's married today, so I ain't gonna say his name. It's a true story. So we go down on Beale Street. We hanging out on Beale Street. So all 3 of us, me, EJ is spring 01, and then my Trey Dog, he's spring 2000 with me. So anyway, only way you're gonna know who he is if you know my line. EJ is a Trey dog on his line, so they both trays. My Trey dog was the 3 on my line, and EJ is the, which is Spring 2000, and EJ is the Trey on the 01 line. Now, EJ is about 6'4", 6'5", P90X body, top-notch shape, played football at University of Memphis, along with myself, playing football at University of Memphis. So, I say that to say, all the girls was crazy about EJ. In shape, tall, handsome guy, good, nice, curly hair. So EJ is number one. Whenever you hang out with EJ, just know he's number one for that night. All the girls gonna try to holler at EJ first. This is just the name of the rules. It ain't personal. That's why I don't hang out with EJ that much when he be visiting me in California. I hang out with him. I was like, look, check this out, bro. You can't be walking around in public with me because I no longer have first action. So anyway, but I gotta hang out with him. He's one of my best partners. He's my right-hand man. And so EJ, me, EJ, and my Trey dog, we on Beale Street. Now me and my Trey dog, you know, we tit for tat. It just really depends on what the women like at that point. Because, you know, sometimes he beat me out, but most of the times I beat him out. Just depends on, you know, where we at, the environment, and what woman is choosing up on us at that point. So we tit for tat. We can go either way. But what me and my Trey dog had an understanding was, we knew EJ was one. Me and him just was battling for number 2. So anyway, we get on Beale Street. We meet these 3 girls on Beale Street. Now, 2 of them are sisters. And let me tell you something. Drop dead gorgeous. The 2 sisters can rotate between 1 and 2. So that's how twins they look. Drop dead gorgeous. They can literally they can rotate 1 or 2, you ain't gonna know the difference. But the 3rd chick, very unattractive. Obesity, bad edges. I mean, just was unattractive. So, in short, we hollered at the girls on Beale Street. So, we all conversing, building rapport, laughing, having a good time. They was like, cool, what y'all about to do? We was like, well, we're about to go back over to EJ's house. So if y'all want to come back and chill with us, y'all can. So they was like, cool, cool, cool. So now, we jump in the car. It's me, Trey Dog, and EJ. So the 3 girls are trailing us. So we literally, on our way back to EJ's house, with 3 girls trailing us, in the car negotiating who's going to take who. Well, me and my Trey dog do. EJ had first option, so we let him pick which sister he want. And me and my Trey dog, we in the car battling who gonna take the other sister. But one thing was a fact. Nobody wanted number 3. Let's get that out the way. So, we get to EJ's house. Now let's keep in mind, the ladies do the same thing the guys do. They probably was in the car negotiating, saying who gonna go with what, this and that. Girls do the same thing guys do. So anyway, boom, we pull up at EJ's house. So we go in the house. EJ pull the ladies some drinks and everything. I don't drink, so I watch, you know, we pull everybody drinks, everybody chill. And so we play Truth or Dare. You know, that's what the bros do. We play Truth or Dare. And so we was like, ladies, y'all wanna play Truth or Dare? They was like, actually, I take that back, man. It was the girls' idea, because they was aggressive. We actually started off trying to play regular old Uno. And when you playing Uno, you build up to playing Truth or Dare or Spin the Bottle or whatever the case may be. So we broke out the Uno cards, and they was like, no, let's play Truth or Dare. So this was the girls, so we knew when they wanted to play Truth or Dare, we was like, oh, snaps. They aggressive. That means they are ready. So, now, the 3 girls are sitting on this side of the couch, this side of the room. Me and my Trey Dog and EJ sitting on this side of the room. It's a true story, bro. So, they said, who's going to start off the game? I said, well, ladies, you know, y'all go ahead and start off the game. So, number 3. shows her position, which I'm sure they had this plan. She dares the finest sister, who was number one, to French kiss EJ. Makes sense. EJ number one in our bunch. She was number one in their bunch. And she took on the dare. And they began to kiss each other in French kiss. No harm, no foul. Number one met up with number one. It's all good. The problem is this second dare. Because this second dare, Mean Chauncey, ooh, man, my bad, I said his name. Mean Trey Dog. So Mean Trey Dog, we sitting here thinking, well, the first sister is gone. Ain't nothing but one good-looking sister left. And we both battling for this sister. So let me tell you the dirty move that EJ pulled on your boy. Now, I told you EJ was the Trey Dog on the 01 line. My boy is the Trey Dog on my line, so they both trades. So dirty EJ looks at that drop-dead gorgeous second fine sister, and he says, I dare you to French kiss my Trey Dog. So my Trey Dog eyes started dancing. A smile went from this room to this side of the room, and he jumps up and he started French kissing the last good-looking woman left in the room. Now, after they Trey Dog started kissing the finest girl in the room, we both know ain't nothing left but number 3. This is a true story. I stopped the game, stood up, and said, who want to go back on Bill Street? I started saying, Bill Street still popping. We actually left kind of early. Let's just go back on Bill Street, everybody. Because what was not going to happen was somebody about to dare me to kiss number 3. That is out. Do you hear me? It's not happening. So I'm trying to get everybody to go back on Bill Street. Meanwhile, EJ and my Trey Dog is pulling me to the side talking about, take one for the team. I was like, look here, brother. This is no longer a team, baby. We are individuals. And I don't appreciate you giving my Trey Dog a dare to kiss the final. You should have let them choose. You understand what I'm saying? But no, he told me, well, we both trades. I was like, okay, well, both trades, enjoy yourself, because I'm going back on Bill Street. And by me not taking on number 3, them 2 fine sisters ain't going to leave number 3 hanging, which means they going to be left hanging. So they trying to pay me, listen to me, they was trying to pay me money to take number 3. I mean, they was like, listen, you don't got to kiss her. You don't got to hug. You don't got to do nothing. Just sit down and play Uno with her. So, we just need about 2 hours. Just play Uno. I was like, listen here, brother. I'm not playing Uno, spade, domino, Simon said, none of that. I'm going to head back on Bill Street. So finally, they gave me $50 each. So I said, okay, cool. Man, y'all better hurry up. Whatever y'all going to do, because I'm telling you, I'm not sitting here entertaining number 3. Understand it. So like, cool. So we come back in the room. I got $100 in my pocket. So finally, one of the pretty girls say, the second sister that my Trey Dog kissed, she says, well, we got to finish playing the game. I was like, well, you know, the game is finished. She was like, well, I dare you to French kiss number 3. Well, I didn't pick dare. I picked truth. That's first of all. I picked truth. So that was the end of the game. So as the game ended, EJ was in the 1 bedroom at that time. So EJ says, tell the fine sister, hey, let me holler at you for a second, back in the back. So boom, they disappear. They go to EJ room and shut the door. It's a true story. So ain't nothing left now but the living room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. So, Trey Dog, boom, he goes into the kitchen. And the house was in order too. It was like a living room, kitchen, one bedroom. So this door is shut into one bedroom. My Trey Dog is in the kitchen. Now I'm in the living room playing Uno, being a good sport, taking one for the team. So the number 3 girl, she yells out to me. She says, "I'm tired of playing Uno. Would you like to go in the bathroom and I do something special for you?" And I'm thinking, I'm definitely not about to make no type of love to you. So what special are you talking about? She was like, "Well, I have other ways of making you feel really magical." And it was late, it was about it was about 2 in the morning. So I'm guilty. I said, "Okay, what you gonna do to make me feel magical?" She said, "Well, come into the bathroom." True story. So we go into the bathroom, and she began to be good to me, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines. She started being really good to me. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Because when you're unattractive, or you're used to being number 3, you're usually pretty good in that department. And she was excellent. And so she started being good to me. Just really happy. As I'm standing up, getting treated very well, if you will, feeling pretty good, and I'm closing my eyes really tight because I didn't want to see her. I began to close my eyes and visualize one of those sisters. That's exactly what I ain't gonna lie to you. I closed my eyes and held my head up, and I began to visualize one of those sisters. As I'm visualizing one of those sisters, I hear a knock at the door. I'm like, what's happening right now? Maybe somebody got to use the restroom or something. Man, go outside and use the restroom, bro. Psst, psst. Open up the doors. True story. I crack open the door. It's my Trey Dog. My Trey Dog says, "Psst, hey man, let me come in." I said, "What you mean let you come in, bro? What are you talking about? Where's that fine sister?" He said, "Man, it's that time of the month for her. And she refusing to do anything sexually. She just want to stand up and talk. And I can clearly hear through this bathroom door that young lady has been very good to you, and I want to join you." I said, "Man, get the hell away from my door." Boom, shut the door. Begin to close my eyes and visualize this fine sister as she went back to work, being really good to me. About 3 minutes later, I heard, I'm like, bro, go away, bro. Trey Dog, go away, bro. He was like, "This is not Trey Dog. This is EJ." I was like, "What? We got this restroom or something?" So I said, "Hold up, baby." I crack open the door. I was like, "What's up, bro?" To my surprise, EJ says the exact same thing my Trey just said. He says, "Man, this girl fine and all, but all she want to do is talk. It's that time of the month. And she refusing to do anything to be good to him, sexually wise." So I realized maybe this is something that the 2 sisters do all the time, but little behold, they just wanted to talk. So I told EJ, "I know this is your house, bro, but you got to shake the spot." Boom! Shut the door in his face. The young lady started back being good to me, and I closed my eyes and I'm visualizing again. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, I heard boom, 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 as in more than one person was banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I said, "Hold on, baby girl. Damn!" Crack open the door. It's EJ and the Trey Dog. They are standing next to each other. And they says, "Come on, dog. Let us in, bro. Because it sounds like she's been taking care of you in there, man. Let us in." I said, "Bro, it's not that type of party, man. Y'all need to go back and finish talking to the fine sisters. That's who y'all wanted. So quit disturbing my peace, bro." Boom! Shut the door. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know, as I turned around to allow her to finish being good to me, this young lady, number 3, looks me in my eyes. Apparently, she heard those two guys at the door trying to come in. This young lady looks at me and says, I don't mind if you want to let both of them come in. I can take care of all three of y'all. Do you know how bad that hurt my feelings? Now here I am lowering my standards. And I told her, I dare you have the audacity to invite them in to enjoy the pleasure that we are having at this moment. That is so beyond disrespectful to invite these guys in our party. This is the opportunity for you to be selfish and take advantage of me. But no, number 3 got greedy. She wanted to do all 3 of us. And let me tell you, I never let them in. And I spent the next hour persuading her just to focus on me. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a true story. And it was hilarious to me. So I don't know if y'all laughing or not because I can't see you. But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all some more stories. That was story number 1. But make sure you know what number you are when you're hanging out with your group of girls or your group of homeboys. Know what number you are and know what role to play. Remember, number 1 is quiet. Number 4 and 5, go recruit the group. And 2 and 3 is neutral. Out of 5. Know what number you are. You don't have to be number 5 every night. Go find people more unattractive than you so you can bump yourself up. Now I'm going to share another story with you. Let me see what story I want to share with you. Because I ain't planning none of this. I'm just talking real stories. I can't think of I don't know if I shared this story yet. I think I shared this story before. I'm just going to share another one because I think I shared that one before. So I'm back in college. I'm at Hines Junior College in Jackson, Mississippi. And I got my boy E.T. Edwin Thomas, E.T. So, and I'm number 1 over E.T. You know, he number 2. That's just always been our status since middle school. I was always more attractive. And so, me and E.T. goes down to Hines Junior College. I got 2 stories, actually, about E.T. and Hines Junior College. But the first story is, every girl we was meeting on campus had something wrong with them. I didn't understand it. And I thought it was just me. This is nothing me and him even communicate with each other at this point. So we down there, we freshmen, we out of town for the first time, we got our dorm rooms and everything like that. So all the girls that I was meeting, that he didn't even know I was meeting, it was something wrong with them. Like, for example, I may have met 4 different girls in like 2 weeks, right? Well, for them 2 weeks of the 4 girls I may have hollered at, one of them said she was diagnosed with bipolar or something like that. The next one was like, oh, she's facing depression or something like that. And the next girl was like, she missing a liver or a lung or something. The next one was like, one of her legs taller than the other one. I mean, literally, every girl I hollered at Mississippi, something was wrong with her, right? But I didn't know E.T. was experiencing the exact same thing. So we get in the dorm room one night, and we would start talking about different girls that we was hollering at. So I ended up telling him, I said, yo, bro, is it me? Or every girl I meet, something is wrong with them. So he was like, what, you too? You too? He was like, dude, man, every girl I done met, something wrong with them. You know what I mean? I'm missing an ear or an eye patch or a kneecap. Like, so that was crazy that I hollered at a group of girls, different girls. He hollered at different girls. We both in Mississippi, and there's something wrong with them. So you're talking, I told him, 10, 15, 20 different women that we have met within this month or two of being at high and junior college in Mississippi, that something was wrong with the girls. And we was like, dang, man, we got to go back to Tennessee. We got to go back home to Memphis to get the girls, man, because all Mississippi girls, something's wrong with them, right? And so, right after we had talked that night about how every girl we meet, something's wrong with them, right? Just really happy. So, E.T. meets this cool, attractive little girl. She was cute as a button, too, so he meets her. And they started hanging out at the library. They was walking to lunch together and hanging out in the lobbies of each other's dorm and stuff like that. So every night I got to listen to him for 2 weeks talk about how he finally met a girl that ain't nothing wrong with her. And how excited he is, how cute she is, how sweet she is. And, I mean, they did everything together for 2 weeks. You would thought they'd been knowing each other for 10 years. Like, they was finishing each other's sentence, and I think he even bought her a teddy bear the first week from Walmart. so he really fitted the girl, right? so he says to me, he says, hey man, their dormitory having open house. Open house means the guys can come over to the girls' dorm. Like at the University of Memphis, it's always open because guys can go in girls' dorm, girls can go in guys' dorm. But in high and junior college, the dorms were separate. You had girls' dorm, you had boys' dorm, and you couldn't visit them. You couldn't even hang out in the lobby. Do you hear me? At high and junior college, you couldn't even hang out in the lobby. If you wanted to go to a girls' dorm, you was outside. The girls want to come to the guys' dorm, they was outside. So anyway, so they would have, each dorm would have an open house. Open house means finally the guys can go inside the girls' lobby and they can hang out. That's what open house means. So E.T. tells me the girl he crazy about, her dorm is having an open house, right? Remind you, he's been dating her for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. Talking about it every single night. So she got his nose wide open, and he continued to say how ain't nothing wrong with her versus the young ladies we both met previously where was something wrong with her. So he says, dude, she asked me to ask you, do you want to come with me to the open house because she has a roommate. She got a friend. So I was like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I take my chances. Ain't nothing wrong with her. Maybe her roommate ain't nothing wrong with her. So cool, we finna roll out. But E.T. left before me. So I was doing some schoolwork or something. So E.T. gets over there to the open house and he chilling in the lobby with the girl he been crazy about for 2-3 weeks and her roommate. But he started blowing up my phone in the door like, come on, man, where you at, bro? Bro, where you at, bro? Hurry up, bro. And so I guess, he was uncomfortable with having the two girls sitting there looking in his face. So I said, cool, I'm on my way. So when I get there, and the friend was cool, you know what I mean? She wasn't super attractive, but then now she wasn't unattractive either. So she was right there in between. So, I could work with it. You know what I'm saying? So when I get there, the two girls, they sitting on the couch right here. E.T. is sitting next to the girl he liked. So all three of them is sitting on a couch across from me. I'm sitting on the couch kind of like I'm sitting now, looking across at them, right? And so, of course, I'm coming in, engaging, building a rapport. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? What part of Mississippi you from? I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And, sparkling up a conversation, getting it popping. Meanwhile, E.T. is sitting like this here. This is what E.T. do. Can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. This is what E.T. is doing the entire time. For the 20, 30 minutes that I'm engaging, E.T. is sitting like this here. Like a robot. He's sitting like this here. And he got a dead serious face on him like this here. He was like. And he kept telling me with his eyes and not with his mouth. He kept doing this right here. He kept saying, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm like, man, number one, thinking to myself, why is he sitting up like a robot, and why he got that mean look on his face? He was just rushing me to get her over here. He was happy and excited over the phone. Now that I'm over here, why is he sitting like a robot? And why he looking mean? And why he keep trying to hint for me to look down? I didn't know he was asking me to look down at first. All I know is he kept doing his hair without the two girls seeing him. He kept going. Now, remind you, the girl he crazy about is sitting right next to him. So, I'm still engaging so the two girls don't notice that he's trying to give me a hint to look at something. I didn't know what he was talking about. So I'm engaging, but I'm slowly watching him do this here. And he wasn't this old happy, lucky person that he usually be when you see him with her. And so, finally, I noticed he was telling me to look down. So I'm looking at her shoes, I'm looking at her legs, and every time I look at the wrong thing, he would say, like, that ain't it. And he said, so finally, ladies and gentlemen, he was trying to tell me to look at her hand. And it's not to make fun of her, but I'm just telling you, it really happened. So she had her hand on his thighs, and she was rubbing up and down his thighs, but she was missing 3 fingers. She was missing 3 fingers, and she took her fingers and she was rubbing his thighs like this here. And let me tell you something. Finally, when I noticed that's what he was talking about, you already know I cannot stop laughing. Do you hear me? Because as she was rubbing his thighs, she kept coming up and she was rubbing his ears and his face with these 2 fingers. And he had a disgusting look on his face like her hand was trash. So he was like jumping and stuff. Like when she put the hand on, the 2 fingers on him, he was jumping and twitching. You know, I am on the floor dying laughing. Let's get this out the way. But before I started dying laughing, I was holding it together at first, and I knew I couldn't make eye contact with him because I said, if I look at this man, I'm going to bust out laughing, and I don't want to do that. I said, whatever I'm going to do, I'm not going to make eye contact with him because I'm going to lose my mind because of the previous conversation we had about how something is wrong with all girls in Mississippi. Finally, for the last 3 weeks, he's been super excited about this girl because he said nothing was wrong with him. Well, come to find out, the 3 weeks that they dated, he said he never noticed she kept her right hand in her pocket. So the entire 3 weeks that they dated, he never even noticed, he never saw her hand because she never took it out of her pocket. So I guess on the night of the dorm open night, he said apparently this is the night she decided she was going to reveal it and let it all hang out. And so he said when she slapped that head on him with them 2 fingers, he was like, oh! And he said she didn't do that till right before I showed up, which is why when I came in, he was already. And when I saw those 2 fingers, ladies and gentlemen, I held it together until I made eye contact with him. When I made eye contact with that boy, let me tell you, I was laying across the floor, dying laughing, and he was laying next to me. We both laying on the floor, dying laughing, and nobody know what we laughing at but me and him. So meanwhile, the 2 girls, the one with the 2 fingers and the other one, they both was like, what's so funny? No, tell us. What's so funny? No, we want to know. What's so funny? We was laughing so hard, we couldn't do nothing but get into church. We go like, hold up 1 second. Give me a second. Hold up. Give me 1 second. And that was the true story. It was hilarious to me when it happened. I don't know if it's hilarious to you because I can't see you laughing. But anyway, it was dynamite hilarious to me. So anyway, sharing story number 3. Here's story number 3. Same college, story number 3. Same guy, E.T., my boy. one of my best men. I was the best man at his wedding, actually. And his wife like my sister, so I have shared these stories with her before, so she don't mind me saying his name. But my Trey dog, I know his wife, but I don't know his wife, so I kept his name exclusive. But I can share ET name because they my, I know that. I grew up with them. Anyway, so we had Hines Junior College. Hines Junior College is a mixture of people from Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and Tennessee, and mostly Mississippi. We had a few from New York and stuff, but anyway, everybody was all at this junior college. And the junior college is as big as University of Memphis, so it's a big junior college. So we had this fine Louisiana girl. I take that back. She was okay. She was actually older than all of us because she was like, here we are, like 18 and 19. She was like 34. So she was technically like working at the campus, if you will. If that makes sense. She was working at the campus. And so she said she's having a birthday party. And she need 2 male strippers to dance for her at a birthday party. She said, I pay 2 male strippers $500 each, right? And so she tell this to E.T. So E.T. comes back and tell me, bro, you want to make $500? I'm flat broke. So I'm like, yeah, how? How? He was like, dude, this Friday night, we can be male dancers at this girl party. I'm like, male dancers? Man, I'm not finna take off my clothes for no girls. Now, don't get it twisted. I was cut at that time. Just keep that in. I was ripped. So he said, listen, man, he said, I'm doing it. So I don't care if you do it or not. I'm just saying, if you want to make $500, it ain't like you got to take off your clothes, man. She just said we could take off our shirts. I was like, hold on, bro. So you mean to tell me if I come to a party, she gonna pay me $500 just to take off my shirt? He was like, yeah. So I was like, man, count me in, bro. Really happy. Count me in. $500 just to take off my shirt is going down. So we get to the club. To my surprise, every female that is enrolled as a student at this junior college, every female that was not enrolled at the college, that lived in Mississippi, around that area, in Raymond, Mississippi, 30 minutes outside of Jackson, was at this party at a juke joint in Mississippi. I'm talking 700 ladies, and they got the room divided in two. They got a big old sheet. It was like it was at a barn where they had horses, but anyway, it was in the middle of a field, big old building that was like a juke joint. And they took a bedspread sheet and divided up in the club. All the guys that went to the campus was on this side, and there was some females dancing for them. But on this side was all the ladies. And here, me and E.T. is the dancers for them. Now, the ladies have already started to show, and it's 400-500 guys there. But I'm nervous. My heart is beat because every girl I liked had a crush on, and all these girls was at this party surrounded like a small circle. So it wasn't a real big building, so it was an intimate situation. So it was like a U. It was like basically, this was the little dance floor. It wasn't no stage, so you was basically in the middle of the dance floor. Let me tell you something. From here, making a capital U around me, all girls, 700 ladies, from here all the way like this here, screaming and yelling, drinking, got money in their hand, excited, bring on the dancers, bring on the dancers. Meanwhile, I'm too nervous to start the show, right? And so, found out E.T. lied to me. girl never said she would give us $500 just to take off our shirts. The girl said, no, that's not the deal. The deal is, you have to go all the way and get buck hole naked to get $500. I said, oh no, I'm by far not doing that. She said, please don't leave me hanging. Please don't leave me hanging. She said, I got all these girls here. They wait on the male dancers. Please don't leave me hanging. I said, man, this lying brother told me that we only had to take off our shirts. So the girl says, I'll give you $1,000 cash if you do this for me. Please don't leave me. True story. Now that I couldn't turn down that $1,000, right? So I said, now we can dance however we want to dance, right? She said, yeah. I said, okay, shoot me the money first. So she gave me $1,000, and she gave, I think Ever still got $500. I don't know, because when I negotiated that $1,000, I don't think Ever was in there. So anyway, I think he may have still got his $500. But anyway, because he wanted to do it, he didn't care if they was paying him nothing. He was ready. Let's dance. I was the holder. Now, so the girl shoots in the bathroom door. She was like, hey man, these girls are going crazy. They've been waiting a whole 40 minutes. Can y'all please start the show? I was like, okay. I said, okay. I mean you no disrespect. Because this is what I came up with. You know what I mean? This is my idea. I decided that I did not want to start the show soggy. I was like, well, if I'm going to start the show before I go out there, I already want to be at my best, if you will. I want my soldiers standing up, if you will. And so I said to the girl, I said, I mean you no disrespect, but before we start the show, do you mind helping us rise to the occasion? She said, oh, I got you. Now, she said, let me go find some baby oil. Now, while she's going to get the baby oil, I remember thinking in the back of my mind, me, E.T., we went to elementary together, middle school together, high school together, now we're in college together. We finished up at the University of Memphis together. But in high school, from 10th through the 12th grade, it ain't like it is now 9th through 12th. Back then it was 10th through 12th. For the 3 years in high school, true story, ladies and gentlemen, E.T. had a room. All the girls at the at the Westwood High School nicknamed E.T. for 3 years. They called him King Dingaling. His name for 3 years was King Dingaling. Now, I never asked him in high school, why do they call him King Dingaling? But I do remember one of the girls on the track team said, one time, he came to the track practice with all the girls over the girls' track team. And he held his hands up, and he whipped his king out, and he began to demand it to do the electric slide without touching it. And he was demanding, giving it orders, and it obeyed. And she said they had never seen nothing like this before. Now, that was a story I heard about. Nobody knew how true that story was. Nobody even asked E.T. if that story was true. That just was a story what the track girls were sharing around the school. So for 3 years, he did this in the 10th grade. So for 3 years from that story, they called him King Dingaling. Now, let's fast forward back to the story. So now I began to think, why was they calling him King Dingaling? I was like, never mind. I ain't worried about it. I brushed it off because the young lady came back in the balcony with the baby oil. She said, y'all ready? It's a true story. She said, y'all ready? So she began to help both of us rise to the occasion with a regular conversation. she said, I'm going to make sure both of y'all get y'all something to eat. I'm going to fix y'all a to-go plate. And I'm going to make sure both of y'all get y'all money. And I appreciate both of y'all doing this for me. Now, I can't help but to notice her hand was going past my head. Now, I'm hard as I'm going to get at this moment. So now I'm like, why in the hell is her hand going past my head? Ladies and gentlemen, when I look over, this guy, E.T., King Penis, is above my head. He's not even a hard check. I'm hard as I'm going to get. I knew one thing that became a fact. I was not dancing against that penis. If you think, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm about to go out here in front of 700 girls that I have to see every day with that King Kong dunking and pull out my stuff, it's not going to happen. So I immediately put an audit into play. I tried to use psychology on E.T. I said to him, I said, listen, brother, we already been paid our money. So we don't have to take our pants off no more. I said, as a matter of fact, if you take your pants off, the lady's not going to tip you because you're going to eliminate the curiosity. I said, so if you want to keep the tip money rolling, act like you're going to take your pants off, but never take them off so you can keep getting the tip money. E.T. says to me, it don't matter to me, so what you want to do? So I tell him, I say, here's the plan. I said, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to take my shirt off, and I'm going to dance in front of the ladies. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to tag you. I want you to take your shirt off. You're going to dance in front of the ladies. Then you're going to come back and tag me, and then we're going to walk through the room. I'm going to work this side, you work this side, and we're going to let the ladies feel our abs and our chests. He said, okay, it's cool with me. So boom, DJ turned on the music. I took my shirt off. The girls went crazy because you got to remember I was cut at that time. Like you can tell I used to be cut if I laugh. Like watch this. You can tell. Let me turn silence so you can see. You see? Yeah, you can see I used to be. Anyway, so when I take off my shirt, the girl's screaming. You thought I was an R&B singer. So I walked to like the front of the dance floor where those girls was. And let me tell you something. I'm doing my abs like this here. And the girls are going crazy. I feel amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I turn around and I tag E.T. But when I tag him, my back is turned, walking back toward the back of the dance floor. But the entire time I was walking backwards, each step, each inch that I took going back this way with my back turned, I couldn't help but to notice the 700 ladies was getting louder, louder, and louder by the second. Now, as my back turned, I couldn't help but to think, why are they screaming for him more than me when I'm more cut up than he is? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know when I turned around, this guy, E.T., asshole naked, everything on the floor, asshole naked, throwing this Allen and the condom all over the room. Do you hear me? Ladies are high-fiving this. He's throwing it on the ceiling fan and throwing it all over here, and the ladies are trying to lick it and bite it as it makes its round around the room. And I'm standing in the back thinking, I know this son of a bee did not take off his damn clothes. Now, I realize if I am going to compete, I have to do something quick. So, I immediately ran back up to the front of the stage and I started going. Like trying to be real sexy with my abs and shit. True story. 700 ladies shrimp. One of the young ladies stood up that was in front of me when I started doing my abs, and she said, yo, check this out. Forget your abs, player. Take them drawers off. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody else heard her, but I heard her. And I completely ignored her and went to the other side of the dance floor. That's what I did. So I went over there and started throwing my abs over there. Ladies and gentlemen, two girls stood up over there and said, yo, we were her. Take them drawers off. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. 700 ladies. You would have thought they practiced this. I don't know who planned it. I don't know who cued it. But they did it like they rehearsed it. They all started yelling, take it off. Take it off. Take it off. They started yelling, take it off so much and became so aggressive that two young ladies came over the little bar thing that had them blocked off from us, climbed over the bar thing, and they both started coming towards me. It's a true story. I started backpedaling, telling them, I said, ladies, please calm down. Please relax. What I did not see was a girl jumped over the bar behind me as I was backpedaling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the middle of backpedaling, and this young lady snatched my drawers down to my ankles. Now, due to the fact my mind was focusing on backpedaling, the blood have left all of this area. I was officially at my worst of the worst. And ladies and gentlemen, 700 women went from screaming to take it off to dead silence. I began to try to ball up and cover myself up. But when I looked up, I might as well have been a deer in the headlights. It was dead silence. You could hear a pin hit cotton. They went from to, and I'm like, and the DJ started playing eeny weeny, teeny weeny, short, and they went crazy again. And that is a true story. So I would like to say, forget E.T. for pulling that little sneaky move that he pulled on me. I ain't never forgot, but he pulled it on me. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that includes Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. Like I said, I want to do something different tonight and just share some funny stories with y'all so you can enjoy some laughter. Most of the times we on here, and I'm encouraging you guys, uplifting you guys, and trying to fill you guys with inspiration, telling you motivational stories, sharing testimonies with y'all, along with my other special guests that have been here, from Joe Torre to Struncho to Tori Hard to Rochelle Bronson to a bunch of other comedians who have been here. And we try to share those stories, keep y'all motivated. But tonight I say, you know what, I'm going to do it by myself. And I'm just going to share some funny stories to get at people in the middle of the week laughter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those stories, man. And take that with you. Before we get out of here, let me say this here. Remember, you can catch me live every Tuesday and Wednesday on Facebook and Instagram at 7 o'clock Pacific time. You can catch me live every Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Tuesday is Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will. And each and every Wednesday, it's Story Time by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. Never know what you're going to get. funny stories, testimony, motivation, other special celebrity guests talking. You never know what you're going to get. So you want to make sure you tune in. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube page under Memphis Will and hit notification. Turn the notification button on. So all my platforms that's under Memphis Will is YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page and turn on your notifications so you can get my videos. This same video that I'm doing now is about to go up on YouTube. And so YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok is under Memphis Will. My Instagram and Twitter is the Memphis Will. TheMemphisWill. So make sure you definitely follow my Instagram and my Twitter, which is the Memphis Will. TheMemphisWill. The reason why I ask that y'all subscribe to my YouTube page and follow my Instagram and Twitter and things of that nature is because I'm sponsored by Arrowhead Water, sponsoring both shows, Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will, as well as Story Time by the Fireplace. I'm speaking into existence. So if you guys do that, the more subscribers I see I got on YouTube, the more followers I got on Instagram, the more they will jump on board to support. So I'm depending on you guys to make sure you follow all my platforms. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok is under Memphis Will. Instagram and Twitter is the Memphis Will. So make sure you check that out. Shout out to my future sponsors, Arrowhead Water. Now, with that being said, guys, make sure you have an amazing, fantastic week. Once I end this video, I'm going to post up everything I said as far as my links. So I know I might be saying it fast for some of y'all. I'm like, oh, I can't hear your YouTube, or I can't hear him on Instagram. Well, if you're watching this show live on Facebook, 5 minutes after I post this video on Facebook, I fill in the details. So you'll see all my social media handles that you can go to. Same with Instagram. About 5 minutes after I post it up on Instagram, I go back to where you put the information at. So basically check out all my social media handles on the show, because I label each show by episode. So thanks for tuning in to Storytime by the Fireplace, episode 6 with Memphis Will. Catch y'all next week, next Tuesday actually, to see episode 17 of Bathroom Talk with Memphis Will, and episode 7 of Storytime by the Fireplace with Memphis Will. Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm coming your way, baby. I'm coming your way. February 21st, Sunday night, you can catch me at a Extreme Comedy Club. Extreme Comedy Club. Go to my Facebook, check the flyer for detail, but I'll be your way. Doors open at 8, showtime at 9 o'clock. Dallas, Texas, March 20th. Making my first touchdown in Dallas, Texas, baby. March 20th, doors open at 7, showtime at 8. Read my flyer on Facebook or Instagram for all the information to purchase your tickets. So Las Vegas, y'all get ready, baby. Y'all the first stop. Phoenix, Arizona, I'm coming there March 1st. I'm there. I will be in the place. So all the shows going to be posted. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is how I close out all my shows. Ladies and gentlemen, high vibration, positive energy. Think at a positive level. Make sure your surroundings is filled up with positive people, because show me who your friends are, then I'm going to know who you get ready to become. Let me say it again. Show me who your friends are, and I'm going to know who you get ready to become. So make sure you surround yourself with positive people and you stay positive, so positive energy can continue to flow through your life. This is how I close out all my shows. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, I hope you're right here real fast, real fast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't remember absolutely nothing I said, make sure you remember this. Life is a gift from God, and laughter is a gift from God. So make sure you utilize it each and every day, laughing and loving. God bless you. Good night. Peace out. High vibration. Peace out. Okay, this one is Instagram, so let me turn on Facebook first. Turning on Facebook, Instagram. Post now. Delete. Post now. Okay. Now, Instagram, let me read some of y'all comments, man. Y'all give me a little more extra time, because Facebook, I can go back and read all the comics and stuff like that, but it don't allow me to do it on Instagram. Hold on here. Wave at the good people. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Nah, I wasn't that script player. It was a one-night thing, brother. And I kept all my clothes on. All right, thank y'all so much, Instagram. High vibration. Peace out.